What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Kandid Konvos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Chloe on deck. Oh, somebody just joined us. Let me see what that is. Let me see what that is. Oh, Janice, what's going on with you? Oh, she already got the bottle. My bad. Let me take you off cam before you get to put the bottle down. My bad. See, it's a real show, people. This ain't scripted. What's going on with you, Janice? What's going on with you? Oh, she muted. When she come back. Shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Like I said, this is Kandid Konvos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We appreciate you rocking with us tonight, as always. We're live right now on Facebook and YouTube, so definitely like, share, and subscribe. And also do me a favor, for anybody who's watching right now, hit that like button for us. Help us with the algorithm. Or everybody getting on early on here. What's going on? What's going on, brother?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. How you doing over there, man?
Good, good. Hey, Janice, how you doing?
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
It's all type of wine.
Happy Wednesday.
Exactly. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I'm with it today, man. Yeah, it's one of them days. It's one of them days. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Donovan checking in early. He said, "What up, though? What's going on with you, Donovan? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you always rocking with us on the platform." But yeah, like I said, for everybody who's watching right now, definitely hit that like button for us. I see we got a couple folks checked in already, so hit that like button for us. Help us with the Facebook and the YouTube algorithm. Hit that like button. Likes are free, so definitely hit that for us. And also hit that share button for us. Like I said, I think we're gonna have a hot show that may pop off tonight, so definitely want to share this out to as many of our people as possible. So hit that share button as well. Hit that share button as well. Hit that like button as well. All right, let me drop that down. Let's see. Somebody just checked in. Oh, I lost my comments. Oh, that was Donovan in the building. Oh, yeah. Kenyatta as well. Shout out to Kenyatta joining us as well. We appreciate you, sis, always rocking with us.
Happy Wednesday.
For sure. Let me shift this around. All right. So let me do this real quick while I'm thinking about it. So here's a link to the panel. So you can drop this in your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge, your Apple device, whatever you got. This will allow you to join us on the panel. You do have the ability to cut your camera off if you choose, but we always encourage you to keep your camera on for better show, better engagement. We also have this link posted in all of the chat feeds, so you can catch it at the Kandid Konvos page, KANDID KONVOS on Facebook, and also on YouTube as well. And as a backup, you can message me or catch it on the Quay Price page on Facebook, and I'll shoot it right over to you. All right. So let me drop this title, and then we'll do what we do. Title for tonight. Are you capable of building with a man? Run that back. Title for tonight. Are you capable of building with a man? And I'm just going to say this real quick tonight. We're going to do something just slightly different tonight. We got two topics we're going to touch tonight. So the first one will be, are you capable of building with a man? Then we're going to slide into another topic that Vince sent me. Actually, I think it's a worthy conversation as well. So we're going to hit that one second. Let me see what we got in these comments. Ray Cribbs in the building. She said, hello, everyone. What's going on with you, Ray? Appreciate you, as always, rocking with the platform. I said, definitely everybody who's rocking with us right now, hit that like button. All right. You want to do anything, Vince, or we getting right into it, man?
We can go ahead and get right on into it.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kick this video off. As you know, I always got some context for these discussions, and we're going to get on into this. So as always, you guys let me know if you cannot hear the video. And Ray said 2 in 1 night. Interesting. Yeah, we got to touch some things tonight, Ray. We got to touch some things. All right, so we're going to go ahead and kick this off.
I met this man. He had all of those qualifications besides the fact that I was making more money than him. I wasn't that excited about that in the beginning. Because I'm like, God, he from the streets. He loved God. He got business sense, but I make more money than him. He had stability. He had all his own stuff, but he just wasn't at the highlight of his career. And I'm glad I didn't look him over. A lot of women would have looked him over because women think men got to come done. They got to have the Lambo already. They got to have the Rollies. Like, they got to have it already done. But I understood the assignment. I knew I was a helpmate. So I knew that any man I was going to get with, he was going to get better. There was no way he couldn't because I had too much knowledge. I had too much. I'm like, I looked at him. I said, he got the house. He got his own car. He was stable. He wasn't a bum. He just needed a little help.
See, the thing is, you know, you had tools in your toolbox. You knew like what you was capable of. I don't think a lot of women can help a man get to the next level. So that's why they want a man done. They can't help him get there.
That's good. I like that.
You can't help me get there.
It's because they put the value in their vagina. Like, they got tools too. They're just using the wrong tool. Like, you thinking because I'm sucking it and I'm spitting and I'm doing all these backflips and I'm bending over that I'm going to keep a man. That's not going to keep the man. He going to get the attention of the one he got to chase.
Man.
All right. So, topic for tonight: are you capable of building with a man? All right. So, shout out to, I think his name is Vanessa's Only, something like that. But I know he's big on Instagram. So shout out to the brother for that video. Definitely go check him out on Instagram. I think it's Vanessa's Only, or something like that. I think it's Vanessa's Only. But shout out to him for that video. Definitely go check him out or look him up on Instagram. Since I ain't got the right name, I don't think. But it's Vanessa's something. I know that much. All right, so you guys saw the video. So the young lady was just speaking to the fact of building with a man, not passing up on a man who was not making more money than her. So she made a couple good points in that video. So I thought it was a worthy conversation. And I got another little caveat I'm going to add to this as well. But I thought it was a worthy conversation, let's say, because it's a hot topic right now around this, men not making a certain amount of money and having the wrong titles and all this stuff going on. But like I said, she brought some different perspectives, to the discussion. So yeah, I wanted to have that conversation. So I'm gonna go to the panel. Got a comment already. Let's see. Donovan said most are afraid to help carry the bricks. Okay, Donovan, I ain't mad at that comment, man. So you coming right out the gate, man. Right out the gate. So I'm gonna go to the panel. Vince on board, Chloe on board, Janice on board. So what y'all thinking about that video? What y'all see? You agree? You disagree? What you thinking? I'm gonna let any of y'all go first.
I think that I honestly wonder if the question is like I really do. I wonder if we don't know what we're looking at. Like, is it possible that a lot of women just don't know how to vet, so they can't see they don't know what they see, right? They're not understanding what's in front of them. I understand the whole thing of people saying you can't marry potential, or be careful with that, and I agree there does need to be some discernment, but at the same time, there is a certain thing as a diamond in the rough. And you could come across someone who may have A, B, and C. They just might be missing D, but with a little bit of elbow grease, they can get there. And I just wonder, have we taken on the mindset of our traditional role of being a helpmeet? Are we now looking at that as being a crutch or something negative? Are we now, when we have to pour into a man, which we're actually supposed to do, we're actually equipped to pour into men. Like, it's literally our superpower, literally. But we're at the point now where we don't want to do it. We literally don't want to do the thing that we're so naturally good at doing. We don't want to do it. We feel like if we are doing that, then we're raising him, or where his mama at, and I don't want to have to do that. But at the same time, it's literally why we were built the way we were built, so that we can help a man reach his full potential. I think that's why we had the conversation last week of building with the man, getting with the man and building with him, building alongside him. Because I am, my personal belief, and literally my personal belief is a man does not reach his full potential if he doesn't have that, if that piece is missing. That's my personal belief. Fight me. I don't care. But my personal belief is a man does not reach his full potential until he has that. Because my personal belief is based off life experience, based off biblical principles, is that we need each other. There is an element of completion when we come together. So I do feel like women are not at their best. I don't care what nobody say, fight me if you want. And men are not at their best until we come together. There's a reason why we're so great as women at certain things, but then men are so great over here at other things, because we are supposed to complement each other. And without those two pieces, we don't reach the level of greatness we could reach. And so, yeah, I absolutely do believe that as women, some of us are selling these guys short. We're not really, I think it's we don't know what we're looking at. And if we don't know what we're looking at, or don't even know what to look for, then I feel like that's part of the problem.
Okay. Vince, Janice, you want to say something? Go ahead, Janice.
I like to first say I apologize for eating, but I literally walked in from the gym.
It's all good.
I got a wine and some crackers, okay? So I like to say, for once, I actually agree with Chloe.
Wait a minute. Wait.
The shade of it all.
Boy, no way, boy.
But only I can say from personal experience. That's what I tell men that come into my life. I'm like, women are like your superpower. Like, I can get you anywhere you want to, right? That's my strength. That's our strength, I feel like. Personal experience, I've had a lot of men come into my life and they're like, they push back on me. You know, they're like, you're doing too much. Oh, you want me to do this? You want me to do it? And they're content, you know? So I understand. I think women, that is our superpower. I can get you there. Like, if you tell me what you want, you say, hey, I want to own all this, I can get you there. But I mean, women also got to be okay with the men that are content with their life too. Because my ex-husband was like that. He was a provider, but he was content. And I'm like, let's climb these ladders. Let's do this. He's like, no, I'm happy where I'm at. And I'm like, that's not okay. You know, that's not okay for me. So I see both sides of it, but also we can't always be fixers. You know, some men just don't want to be fixed. Some men are just okay with the way their life is. So that's just my view of it. But I do believe women, like, we can get you to where you need to be. I agree.
Okay. So I got a quick question. So you just made a point. I gotta attack this point real fast. So you just made a point. So you said two different things. You said it was not okay for that guy to be content. But then you also said that you can help get him there. So is that you supporting the guy, or is that you pushing the guy?
I mean, I guess it just depends on a woman's personality. I'm just not a content woman. Like, I understand life is short. Let's see where we can take this. It's not about being rich. It's just about what can we achieve in life. That's just my personal. So I'm not gonna do well with a man that just don't like, who's just okay with being okay. Like, I'm just not okay with that. That's just me. It's not about the money. You know, it's just, I'm always looking for what's next. And maybe that's my problem. What's next? What's next? What's next? You know?
So so I got another question. So when does what's next? When does that stop?
Hey, my ex-husband would probably ask me the same thing. Maybe that's just how. That's what he would say. When is it enough is enough? I don't know. Maybe till I die. But every woman, every person, let's not just say woman, every human being is so different on this earth. And that's just my drive. Like, it gives me adrenaline. Like, what's next? What's next? What's next? You know? But I agree with Chloe. You know what I'm saying? A woman is like, Jeff Bezos, he even said it, like, he didn't care about giving his ex-wife all that money. He understood he would not be where he was at without that woman.
Right.
You know? Unlike
I
Dr.
get that.
Dre, who fought his woman, but that's a whole nother story.
See, I see you trying to throw that little shot in there.
Bruh.
Let me get some of these comments, and I'm coming to you, Vince. Ray Cribb said it doesn't. Okay. Let's see. Donovan said being okay is manageable. No, that's true. That is true. I see her. Johnny's struggling with this one right here, man. Let's see. Donovan said, my grandfather said a key to success is to live below your means. Okay.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I knew what you were saying, Donovan. I got you, man. Let's see. Kenyatta also said men are simple. Some don't need all those extras. Hone in where he is.
Yeah, the simple man shouldn't talk to me then.
Uh-oh.
Is that simple though? Is that so? Okay, and now I'm asking a real question. And I'm sorry, Vince. I just railroaded in there.
I agree with you, Chloe.
Hold it. Go ahead on, Vince. I'm gonna let my brother speak. Let me hold it.
Well, first of all, I took some notes because I think we gotta have some answers for these ladies, and I got a couple of them. Now, can a woman build with a man? Now, I took some notes, and I want people to sit with these facts. These facts are from blackdemographic.com. Only 37% of Black children are raised in a home with their biological parents. 37%. 67% of Black children are born to single parent households. 72% of our Black children are born out of wedlock. So if we sit with those numbers, most of us have never seen a man or a woman cooperate.
Right.
So we're coming from a zero knowledge basis. Now, so you take that, and then I also said, and to Janice's point, it's this movie that I want all the ladies on this feed to look at. It's called Disappearing Acts. And that is a perfect example of what not to do, ladies. Disappearing Acts. It was with Sanaa Lathan and Wesley Snipes. And I'll give you a summary of it. She met the man, fresh out of a relationship. He waited till they were dating, and after he had sex with her to tell her he had some kids. But she's already demonetized by then. He was a contract worker. He was a general contract worker. He said he wanted to start a business, but he didn't know how to do it. He didn't have the tools. She got pregnant. They had a baby. He felt that he wasn't good enough because her college-educated friends looked down on him. And it all boils down to, ladies, you got to understand the difference between a project and a man that's in the process. Y'all get these projects, which you know ain't gonna work, or you should know that's not going to work. And what I say, if you look at this movie, what she should have done was told him, look, once you get yourself together to just a minimum, he should have had them kids up under control. He should have had his job secured. And he was trying to get all that through her. She had her own problems. So ladies, what it is that you get these projects, and this is why people are, y'all want us to settle for this? No, you shouldn't settle for that. But the thing about that is, if a man is secure in what he does, then you can't push a man to be more than, you can't push nobody to be more what they, push somebody to do more than what they want to do. If he want to be a truck driver, he might not want to own no trucks. He's fine with the little house he done bought and the little car he done drove or big car he done drove. He's satisfied with that. Now, if you can't do that, then you need to say, okay, what do I need to do? Look in that mirror and say, ladies, what do I need to do to catch the eye of that business owner? Because obviously you catching the eye of the worker and not the boss. So, ladies, y'all need to see, well, what do I have? And most of it is youth, beauty, and cooperation. So by the time a lot of my free belt friends, they in their late 40s and 50s talking about I want to build with a man. You almost there, sweetheart. You need to just find somebody that you can go on the rest of your 20 years with. Because if he ain't built by 45 and 50, he ain't gonna build no more. I don't know why we thinking we gonna get with somebody at 45 and 50 years old and we gonna build this empire. You should have got that when you was 22. See, that's the issue too. If you want all this, you need to get with a man sooner and build with that man. So then his value is more than just how much he makes. See, that's the issue too, ladies. You wait till y'all get all this money, all this debt, somebody else's kids. Then, of course, you can't really, I understand it, you can't really date a man who making 50. And you making 130 and you got a $60,000 in student loan debt. You got 2 kids. You got one you're trying to put through college. You got a teenager, and this is a lot of ladies I know. You got your own house. There's a $2,400 house note. But those type of men that can handle all that, those are a small percentage of men. It's a small percentage if you're a 24-year-old, hot, fine, and a body like Beyonce with no kids. It's a small percentage. So you're going to wait till you 40 and a couple kids and a FUPA and a whole lot of debt, and now you won't. It don't add up. So that's what these ladies need to understand. And then you might say, well, you know what? Then you have to look at the character, ladies. If you want somebody. Now, if you don't want somebody, then but you got to look at the character then. Look, if this man is stable, he loves me, yeah, he can't afford to go around the world, it might be 70-30 your way.
Jesus, take the wheel.
But ain't this 23? I thought everybody wanted to be equal. Ooh. Men do it all the time. Men do it all the time. I know a friend of mine who's a name brand lawyer, and if I told you his little spiel, you would be like, oh, yeah, he married a woman that was in school to be a social worker. And he's a millionaire. Men do it all the time. So, ladies, if you want a man, you might have to. I'm not going to settle. And it's not settling because men have to settle for something too. He got to settle, help you take care of your kids. That's a settle that a lot of black men do nowadays. Yeah. Taking care of somebody else's kids. Child. And that ain't no easy win. And if they're in the home, wait a minute. And if they're in the home, yes, he's taking care of them. Or helping you taking care of them.
We're not gonna listen to Vince because Vince okay with you being with a crackhead, long as he a child. Vince. Ain't these women?
I didn't say that.
No, because you out here trying to tell women just to settle. It's there's a lot of men I actively date. There's a lot of men at this age that are still actively building. That's not a true statement, especially like with what is his name? Donovan talks about a lot of guys are truck drivers, and we have a classmate who now just owns his own different trucks. There's a lot of guys out here building, even at the age of 40, they still building.
You know what my question to that be? And I hear a lot of women say that. My thing is, where's your husband? And where is your consistent date? If it's a lot of men out here,
it is a lot of men, but you still gotta find the right one.
Not you. But how long is it gonna take to find the right one?
When you get to a certain, you have to understand, women are not the same when they 40 and when they 20. You a little more selective, and you watch the patterns. I mean, there's patterns. That's what our brain does. It watches patterns. So women not about to fall for the dumb stuff that they used to in their 20s. So there are a lot of men that are single. Yes, there are a lot of men that are single. But when you get to the 40s, women are different in their 40s. They're different. We're not.
Yeah, I know they're different. They single with a bunch of kids.
We don't just fall for the big dick, okay?
I'm not saying settle. I did not say settle for a crackhead, did I? I didn't say that. I just gave you an example of what you should. My God! Have you ever watched the movie? I just gave you an example of what you shouldn't accept. You shouldn't accept the project. That's what I said. I said that. Don't accept the project.
But based off of what you keep saying, like you keep telling women in their 40s, like, oh, you dried up, you this. No, you get what you want. Like, stop. If you
okay, hold on.
You don't get what you want. You don't get what you want.
And if you say a lot of women got kids, they got kids, they got this. You're right. I done been married. I got kids. I done experienced all that stuff. So it's not that serious anymore. It's not that serious, right? If I get married, I get married. If I don't, I don't. I've experienced marriage. I've experienced kids. A lot of Black women have experienced kids. They've experienced relationships, a lot of relationships. But don't settle when you're in your 40s just because you afraid to die alone? A man gonna die before us half the time anyway, statistically.
Let me ask you a question, Johnny, and I'm gonna end with this. I'm gonna end with this one and let somebody else talk. Can we stop this settle word? Because people compromise. People compromise. It's not a settle. It's a compromise. Everybody compromises.
Right.
It's a compromise.
Don't compromise your happiness. You only get one life. Get what you want.
But see, the problem with happiness is
But see, Johnny, the problem is, let me finish this part too. The problem is, nobody gets what they want in this life.
Why? Is that a fact?
They get what they work for and what they qualify for.
Okay. That's not a fact, or that's not something that you can factually prove. So I can't take that answer from you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
You can't.
Yes, I can, because I can. Yeah, you know what? You know how I can act. You know how I can. You know how I can. If you say, you know what, I want a $500,000 house, I'm gonna ask you, well, how much income you make? What's your credit score? How much money you got? And if you ain't got all that, you can want it all day long. You're not gonna get it because you don't qualify for it. Same with people. You get what you qualify for.
There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. I mean, there's some truth to that. Like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not really sure where this pie in the sky mindset came from. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think, Black women, I feel like, and I'm gonna speak to Black women because shoot, that's my community. I don't know nobody else. Anyway, Black women, we have really drank our own Kool-Aid. Like we really have. Like we really feeling ourselves a lot. Nobody can tell us anything. No one can correct us. Who gonna check me, boo? Like that's literally our mindset. We gonna have what we want to have. We want what we want. I just heard a woman say, Black women are the only women that people ask to settle. And I'm like, where do y'all get this stuff from? Where do y'all get this stuff from? I don't claim to know other communities outside of my community. Like I know my community, of course. But I have had the opportunity to talk to women outside of my community. Just have some conversations. And there's a lot of cap going on. Black women, y'all are not the only ones expected to settle. Y'all are, and I agree with Vince. I don't like the settle word, but since we put it out on the table, that's what we're saying. Y'all are not the only ones. There are plenty of women from other communities that will take the men that you reject. And they don't look at these men as rejects. They do not consider these men rejects at all. They will happily marry these men that are content owning a home and having a vehicle. And shoot, she probably got one too. Maybe it's not a Mercedes, Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's a Cruise or an Equinox or something. But it gets her from point A to point B. She's happy. It's paid for. His car is paid for. Maybe they're not going on a trip every month, but they have their family vacation and they get to sneak away when they can. And they're cool. The kids good, what I'm saying? They're good. But this is now a lifestyle that we're calling simple. This is now a bad thing for somebody to be content having all of the things that they need. This is how we move the bar. This is how we move the goalposts. All of a sudden, having all of the things that you need to live and live life is simple. It's not enough. And the problem with that mindset, it's a mindset. The problem with that is, like Ray said, it will never be enough. It won't stop. It doesn't stop. Because if you can't ever find a point where you're content, contentment is what are we supposed to be chasing contentment? We don't want to be content anymore? Isn't content and happiness connected? When you, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're happy, that means you've reached a point of contentment. I'm content with this man. I'm content with this car. I'm content with this house. I'm happy. But now it's like we throwing these words around, but I don't think any of us really understand what they mean. We redefine them now. Now we're saying simple when we should be saying comfortable. And comfortable, you see how the goalpost for comfortable moves year over year over year over year? What we have now is way, way more than generations that came before us could have ever even thought to have. And we're looking at it like, it's simple. And it just shows a lack of appreciation for the sacrifices that was made so that we can call comfortable and content simple and not enough. And that's crazy to me. So I guess my thing is like, this whole idea of not settling, I want what I want. Like Vince said, let's be realistic, right? All choices have consequences. And we've said this before. We know that. Ladies, we know this. Men, if you don't know, this is a fact. All choices have consequences. You can't just make whatever choices you made in the past and think that you're just supposed to bounce back from that like it never happened. If you repented, God forgave you, boo, but you're going to live them consequences. You're going to live them out. It is what it is. You can't outrun your past. You don't just get to go, I'm a better person now. And think that you're still not going to have to live through whatever choices you made. You may be a better person, but that don't matter. You still have to live out those consequences. And I don't understand. Like, if you made poor choices when you was younger, you made poor choices when you was younger. They're going to catch up to you, boo. It is what it is.
I have a question for Janice. And
Yes,
I hope
sir.
you answer it honestly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much would a man need to make for you to be content? You don't have to make no more. You ain't got to go out here and get it. You ain't got to think of no more. Yeah, this is enough. How much? Put a number on it.
It's not about numbers for me. I'm Johnny. You had to put me in a different box. Like, I had a dad, I told you, who was raised to 13 kids in the hood. Out of all them 13 kids, he was the only one that went to college. He went to that factory for one day and decided that ain't for me. So I only know a man that wants to climb. That's what I was raised in.
But that's cap, Janice, because if you climbing for money. Because if you ain't making no money, then why would you do it?
Okay, well then I guess it was money, but he just wanted a better life for his children. So for me,
that means money. You have to have money to have a better life for your children.
Cap. I mean, I don't know. Like, I just want you to be progressive. It's not about.
You know what? I think that for you, you need to put a number on it. I think that'll help you out.
Okay, let's put a number on it.
I think you put it.
Let's make it 250.
Okay.
Stop the cap.
Which is crazy. I have homegirls that make more than that. But I don't have a cap. I just think long as you like progressing in life, I'm okay with it.
You're not. You're not
Yes,
okay,
I am.
baby. No.
I had a whole dude in my house selling fire sticks. Okay.
What?
Can't make this shit up.
And that was
Can't
called,
make this shit up.
Shit, they
perfect
was
example.
jailbroken.
Y'all heard
Perfect
it.
example. That was called a project. That was a project.
He was a hood dude.
Don't say no more, Johnny.
Man, let me go.
Don't kill nothing else.
Donovan said 250,000 quick response. Let me get this comment, man. I got a couple points.
I
Let's
need
see,
you to
Donovan.
talk, Christ. What you want to say?
I'm about to get going. Let's see. Donovan said, my girl tried to nudge me to buy a tow truck and start my own company. Let's see, 4 years into dating. And she sees the pitfalls in the industry now, the operating costs, the sorry employee turnover rate, how expensive having the right equipment can be, and how easy your staff will mistreat and tear stuff up. Oh, yeah.
Wait, 4 years dating?
Yeah, if he says 4 years into dating. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, Donovan. People don't, they rarely talk about the other side. Yeah, the other side. Yeah, I see Janice over here cutting up.
My wine kicking in. I apologize. I haven't ate today.
It's all good.
I done went to workout class and now I've been drinking and my wine kicking in. I haven't ate dinner. I apologize.
It's all good.
I apologize. Anything I say, don't take it to heart today.
It's all good. Let's see. Donovan just clarifying 4 years. Yep. Let's see.
That's a whole other issue. 4 years.
4 years dating.
No.
Okay. They just clarifying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I got
have
some
a question about Ray Cribb's comment before we move forward. The one about she'll never be comfortable. Yeah. I would actually like for Ray, I would like for you to expand on that. The only reason why I say that is because I guess everybody's definition is different, and that's also a problem. But to be content is peaceful. There is a peace that comes. There's comfort that comes with being content. How do you become comfortable if you're not content? Like, how do you get to the point where you're comfortable if you're never content? Like, how do you have one without the other? To me, you have to have or come to a point where you're content with your life and to be comfortable there. So I guess I don't understand how they don't go hand in hand. And I don't know when being content became a negative thing, because discontentment is horrible. Y'all know what the definition of discontentment is? So if you're not content, that means you're discontent. And why would you want to be that?
Let me ask a question.
That's the problem. Why are contentment and settling is not the same thing? That's why you see how we take these words and we kind of give them a definition based off of our colored experiences instead of actually taking them for what they are. Like, go ahead, baby. Go ahead. I'm going to get some definitions because maybe we need to have some vocabulary up in here so we can know what we're talking about here.
So yeah, this is my question, because I keep seeing this word. Why do we feel like this settling is such a bad thing? Because see, my question to that is we keep talking about settling, but then we never consider that maybe our expectations or views are inflated. It's like we look at this settling like somehow we falling short or we cutting ourselves short, but it's like we don't consider where we get our views from. Yeah, like I said, a lot of folks I think need to sit down and actually do a self-analysis and understand where you get your views from or where you get your expectations from. I think that's part of the problem, because a lot of the stuff that we think we want, we get fed this stuff.
So just so before we go too far, before we get too far, because this is important, content The definition for content means in a state of peaceful happiness. So y'all saying y'all don't want that. You guys are literally saying you don't want contentment. This is why I'm like, people, stop just saying stuff. Stop just saying stuff because it sounds good to you. I just did a video on Instagram like this. Like, ladies, stop saying stuff because it sounds cute. Like, know what you're talking about. Like, that's not, contentment is the goal. Y'all just said y'all want to be happy. So contentment is the goal. That's the goal. A state of peaceful happiness. Now we're saying, no, not contentment, comfortable. Okay, comfortable means free from stress or worry, as large as is needed or wanted, having an adequate standard of living. Adequate. I bet y'all gonna say that's not good enough. Adequate. So it's like, here we go again. Like this, I'm just say this. I don't mean no harm. But ladies, this why y'all not married. It's not because you don't want to be. It's not because ain't no man out there that will actually marry you. There actually is probably, I'm sure, plenty of men that will marry you. You are stopping yourself. You are holding yourself back because you do not have the correct and proper and appropriate view of who a man is, what he brings to your life, and why it is important for you to even be in a relationship and be relational. We've forgotten that men have a value just by being men. Without the money, without the clothes, without the height, without the whatever, they're men. They already have, what my man say, an intrinsic value. Just like as women, the bring to the table conversation, there is a certain level of that's true. That women, us being women, we bring value to the table by being a woman because there's something that we provide that is necessary. And it's like we forgot to just value people for being people. We stopped doing that now. And then we want to know why everything is transactional because y'all made it that way.
Chloe, can you define consent again? Because I feel like, just define it one more time.
In a state of peaceful happiness.
So I don't understand what the issue is. Like, I feel like you're turning it around. Everybody wants to be peaceful and happy, but you got to get to that point in life. Everybody's on a different journey.
That's what the definition of contentment is.
Yeah.
But earlier you just said that your ex was content.
Yeah, and I'm not on that journey.
He had reached a state of peaceful happiness. In the comments, Ray Cribbs had said, not attacking Ray, I ain't doing that to you, sis. But you did just say, content. She's not really with contentment, but comfortable. Yes.
Okay.
But then I read the two definitions, and I'm like, after reading the definitions, like how you have one without the other? Like, how do you can't?
I'm looking at the dictionary right now.
Like, you thought I was lying about the definition?
Okay, so I get what you're saying, but I get what you're saying. Everybody's on a different journey in life. I'm not. When I was married, I wasn't at the content.
In a state of peaceful happiness.
Yeah. I probably go that way when I'm dead in my castle. Yeah. But I got you. Go ahead, Vince.
But that's a problem too. Our ladies,
wait, what?
They want to say they too young. We wasn't this. It's a problem when our ladies got to be in their 40s and 50s to feel like they are ready. I hear more of that all the time. Oh, I was too young and you was 27. That's not young. Oh, I was too young and I was 24. That's not young. That's not young. Young is 16, 18. Young ain't 24, 25, 30. Oh, I was young and dumb. No, you wasn't. And as far as the settlement, most lawsuits are settled because somebody got to come to an agreement. I want $5 million, and the insurance company go offer me 2.5. Now, am I gonna sit here and fight and not get no money, or am I gonna take this 2.5 and be content? Because if I wait, I ain't gonna get nothing. But so many ladies are content with nothing. And that's what I don't understand. A lot of the ladies, I don't even understand how some of these ladies, especially when you get to a certain level. Now, if you're young and you want to build, yeah. But if a man is not bringing you drama, and he bringing 60, that just makes men feel like we really have no value. Because you've already built your life. So it ain't like you need us to help you buy a house. It ain't like you need us to raise your kids. You already got that. You already got a house. You already got kids. You already got your 401k. You already got this, that, and the other. So if I just come with a pleasant spirit and something to add to your life, and I'm making 60, and I can take care of myself. Now, I'm not telling no lady to take care of a man. But men do it all the time. But I know that's yes, men do it. Yeah, men do it all the time.
So what you saying? We should start doing it now, huh? Because y'all can't do it no more?
No, because that would be fair. Y'all won't. Wait a minute.
Who is y'all?
Let me finish it. Y'all
the
want equality.
White women did all this women marching and stuff like that. Black women, I mean, I wasn't out there with them white women.
Y'all was right up in there with them white women.
Yes, y'all was. Yeah, it was.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't, but they were, sis.
There was a couple Tiffany's in there.
They was in there.
Stop the cap.
Okay, so if that's the case, wait a minute. Let me say something, Chloe. If that's the case, get your ass in that kitchen and cook like I want you to.
I'm a cook,
y'all
but
still want us to take care of you. Y'all do what y'all need, but y'all don't want to do that though. I just had a lady tell me, Vince, I don't want to cook, but she want a $250,000 man. Where? How does that make any sense? I don't want to cook. I don't like to clean. I like to work till 11:30 at night. But you want to? It's the math ain't mathing, ladies.
Can I say that? Can we agree on this? I think we arguing about the wrong thing, to be honest. A lot of stuff, like when we talk about the crack era and all that, how it broke the family households up, right? A lot of kids were just raised by their Black mothers. They saw their mother just hustling hard. So, especially women, I had a mom and a dad, but they saw their mother out there hustling, making it happen. It just kept going, and they kept hustling. So a lot of women that were just raised by single parents, that's what they saw, their mama doing it. I think our issue is more just the family structure is so broken.
Well, how we gonna get to the family structure when y'all don't want the family structure?
It's not about y'all. Black men got some issues too. They were just raised by their mama too.
Of course we do.
A lot of issues.
Of course we do.
So we got all these mental health issues between the Black man and the Black woman. I don't think it's just that simple as we're trying to make it.
Yeah, but I think it is though, because
but it's simple for us to have these kids though.
I mean, anybody can have sex.
Wait a minute, let me finish.
You just stick your dick in and you nut in her.
But let me finish though. Y'all got out, men and women. I'm not gonna say y'all because I don't want to offend nobody. But this is what I'm saying here. Some ladies have all these standards, but then if you look at their baby daddies, they nowhere close to what they're asking for.
Men have standards too, and when you look at their wife, it ain't nothing what they got their standards either.
Hold on, Vince. She answered, but see, hold on, let me touch that because I was holding that. So Janice answered that question earlier. Now she said that as she gets older, or as the ladies get older, they don't fall for the same okie doke, the tricks. So essentially, they spidey sense is stronger as they get older, so they're not going for the nonsense. So see, that would explain why the baby father, he looks different than the guy now that she's looking for. So that was popping back then, but that's not going to pop for her today. But see, the problem I think with that situation or that mindset is, then why does that criteria or that mindset not apply to the woman? So the woman, she has went through that trauma. She has went through those children and all of those things. Now, essentially, that woman is tainted. And now that tainted woman wants essentially the man that's on point. And see, that don't add up. Because see, now the man that's on point, he ain't gonna want no tainted woman because he like, I'm on point. So essentially, to that man, he gonna be looking like the ladies say they don't want to date down. The dude essentially can say the same thing now because he gonna be like, hey, you coming with all this baggage. I ain't coming with all that. So why would I want you? So maybe it almost, yeah, it
No,
almost
it don't.
sounds like
No, it don't
a
go both ways.
Men
No,
and
it don't.
women both that weren't raised in a, I think personally raised in a foundational household, it's just going to be issues the way we're going. And what did you say statistically? Like what? I think Chloe said 80% of like, is it the black household? I don't know. Is raised in single parent households with a woman. I think that's a big issue. I just think it's a big issue.
So let me look back.
For both men and women. It's a big issue for the black community.
But my issue is that men who got themselves together, quote unquote, don't have no problem dating, marrying the woman that they want. I don't know of any man who got themselves together financially, emotionally, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say, and wants to be married. He don't have no problem finding a wife that he don't have to settle for.
I get it, but the statistics say that women divorce a lot more men than men do. So I mean, it still contradicts what you said in a sense. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say to that.
But all that proves is that doesn't disprove what Vince said.
It doesn't, but it also proves women want what they want.
Yeah, but based on
what? What it proves is that women are the ones that are dissatisfied. It's not the men. The men are finding women that they want to be with, and they're marrying these women with the intentions of being with these women because they're not the ones filing for divorce. The women are the ones who are discontent. The women are the ones who are discontent.
Yeah.
Women are the ones who are having trouble finding contentment. This is not a man issue. See, we're going to have to own the issues that are ours. And the ones that are the men, now they need to own men issues because men have issues. But the issues that are women issues, we got to own them. And the truth is we are hypergamous by nature. And this conversation tonight has proved it. Women, we are not satisfied. And we need to figure out why we're not. And we can't put it all on the men because we're dissatisfied by ourselves. And if we cap and say we're not, then we are not self-aware at all. We are not content, which is a state. You can't move the goalpost with contentment. Contentment is not a goalpost that you move. It's a state of happiness. So you reach it. You don't on content and that doesn't mean that you can't have moods where you're like, oh, I'm content with my life now and then tomorrow. You're like, oh, I'm mad at this or I'm mad at that, so I don't feel content. I get that. That's just an emotion. But when you truly reach a place where you're content, the state of happiness, even if something bad happens, you don't lose your contentment because it's a state of happiness. We know you're going to be happy one day, sad, whatever. We know those are emotions. We're talking about a mindset when you reach a certain pinnacle in life. That's what we're talking about when we say the word contentment. So you don't move. That doesn't move around like this. It's actually a destination. And it may take you some time to get there. But nobody's going to get contentment if they don't even really truly understand what they need to get there. This is the problem we have. This is our problem. This is our hill to die on. We don't know what we need to find contentment. That's why we want to move the goalpost every 5 seconds. Because when you actually know what's going to make you content, you'll strive for that thing. You'll get that thing and go, whew, I made it. But the problem is we don't really know what that thing is. So we move, the goalpost just keeps moving. And then as women, we're easily influenced as well. We're influenced by the environment we're in. We're influenced by the people around us. So even when we think this, and this will make me content, then we'll see somebody else doing something else over there. And we'll go, oh, but that looks good too. Maybe I want that. This is why you have women that'll marry a man 15 years and then will go, marriage ain't no more. I think I want to go over there. I think I'm going to be more content over there.
That greener grass, huh?
That is what's happening. And that is not typical of men. We have to own it. That is not typical of men. Men do not do that. Men are very logical. That's why sometimes it takes them a while to settle down. Because when they do decide to settle down, men are usually prepared for the long haul. They're usually prepared to settle in with a woman. That doesn't mean stuff don't happen, okay? But they are typically, once they decide, I'm gonna put a ring on this woman's finger, they've decided this is the woman I'm gonna be with. I'm gonna be with her. Now you have times where you can make unwise choices. We already talked about that. But typically, when a man knows himself and really knows what he needs, he's going to settle down with that person, and he's going to be with that person. We're the ones, women, we initiate 80% of divorces in the US. We're the ones. We don't know how to be content. And this conversation is proving that. We don't know. And I wish we would just say we don't know. We're talking all around it. We just said that growing up in homes where we don't have a strong foundation causes problems. So if we know that and we can accept that, then why can't women understand that that's part of the reason why we probably don't know how to be content?
I think men need to relearn women too.
That's part of the reason why we don't know how to be content.
I think men need to relearn women.
These things manifest in us in different ways. It's not going to affect a man the same way it affects a woman because we're different. Our genetic makeup is different. Our whole thought process is different. So a man growing up in a single parent household, the issues that will manifest in him will not be the exact same issues that are going to manifest for a woman who grew up in a single parent household. It's not going to be it's not an apples to apples situation because they're still men. They're still genetically different, emotionally different than we are. So the issues are not going to manifest the exact same way. But we don't want to own it. We'll talk around it. We'll say it's a problem, but then we don't want to own it.
I got a question for Janice.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to speak specifically to black men. What do black men need to learn about black women?
I think men in general. I mean,
no, we just talk about black men right now.
You have to understand my.
Just black men right now.
I just think they need to understand women and just being emotionally intelligent. I think men in general have a problem being emotionally intelligent.
Now let me ask you a question. Now let me ask you a question, Janice. Can I ask Janice a question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Let me ask Janice a question. Now, black men are predominantly raised by women.
Yes.
Black women aren't predominantly raised by men. So who needs to learn who? We got our mama, our grandmama, our aunties, our sisters, big mama, little mama. Y'all ain't got daddy. Daddy gone. Granddaddy dead. Uncles ain't around. So what? I heard so many women say, I haven't even encountered a man.
But that's
until I go to. So who needs to learn? No, I'm just asking questions because these are the facts.
No matter what, you still going back to my regular thing of what I'm saying and the broken household. The key is still the broken household.
No, it's not. No, you
yes,
just
it
said.
Is. You literally just said it.
Look. You said no. What you said is that men need to learn women. What I've just proven is that we've always been around women. That's a fact. I know people don't like facts. Wait a minute, Janice. That's a fact. That's a fact. Women don't have daddies, granddaddies, uncles, nobody. So who needs to learn who? If they don't have no man in the house, no granddaddies, because granddaddies is dead nowadays. No uncles. Wait a minute. No uncles that they respect, and they can tell them anything. But we have people. We have people we respect. Our mama, our grandmother, our aunties. So we know women. That's part of our problem. We know too many women. We need to know some men. And y'all need to know some men. So
So
the
no matter
issue is
what
not.
you say, Vince, it's still the broken household. You can tomato it all you want to, boo.
It's
still
not
a
tomato.
It's still a broken household. It's still a broken household. We still need the man and the woman, Vince. And I get it.
Okay,
Like,
hold on, Janice. Hold
broken
on.
household.
But see, you can't say that it's still a broken household, but then come back in the other breath and say that men need to learn women.
I think it's both ways, men and women. I think it's just a broken household for both sides. It's a
So
broken
then can we
household.
stop
But that's not what you said.
Well,
You
I just
said the
changed it. I'm a
men.
woman, and I can do that.
You said the men need to learn the women.
I think goes by. I mean, it goes both ways. Okay. But I think no matter what, we can go around in circles. It's still a broken household. Like if I go back in the day and the stuff I used to do to men, it was based on my aunties. Like, oh, you gotta slash his tires if he do this, and you gotta, all that emotional stuff women do, right?
Okay.
So I'm just saying, I think we just need to get back to a family. We need a family foundation. We need a foundation.
But how we gonna do that when women? Well, how we gonna do that though, Johnny? You saying we need to go back to it, but we ain't going back to it. Women have gotten to their mind. Unless I can get an almost perfect man, I'd rather be by myself.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Personally, like just where I live in Arlington, I'm probably surrounded by more white women. They ain't happy either. Don't get it twisted. Every time I talk to them at the Starbucks, they fussing about their husbands too.
But they married though.
They just put up with it.
But they married though.
They put up with it.
But they
until that man die, and then they be happy and they won't remarry again.
Please don't let.
Okay.
Please do not let white women gaslight you like that.
It ain't just white. I mean, it's black women too. I mean,
but I'm talking about what you just said.
Yeah, but they not happy
white women
either.
gaslight you like that.
But they not happy either. What I'm saying is they're not content.
Do not let them gaslight you like that.
But they're staying with their husbands.
They just
they're staying with their husbands.
And
but they're staying.
Don't let them
that makes them better. That makes them better because they stay with being unhappy.
Yes, because it does.
Nah, boo.
Because you know what you do? You know what you do? Ask the kids. And see, I think that's what we don't do.
They act like kids don't pay attention. Kids know when their mom and daddy is unhappy.
Kids pay attention. Kids
know.
Kids more than you think they know.
They know
They just don't say nothing because they don't want to hurt mama's feelings.
They pay attention to both sides. Kids know when parents aren't unhappy. We can play all this role all we want to. Kids know.
So let me ask you a question, Janice, and this is not you.
This is so one-sided.
This is not you. I hear so much of that happy. But then most women leave a situation and then they start dating a worse situation multiple times. It's not like they leave a unfulfilled husband and they stay single until the kids get grown. They start moving in boyfriends, having worse men around their kids that don't care nothing about them, instead of having the father who might not have, flickered your fancy, but he was good to the kids. He loved the kids. And the best thing for them was to have their father in the home. And for you to just say, you know what, the best thing for me is to have and then after they get grown, then I can go if I want to and find my happiness. Because what we are doing, and see what we are doing is because I asked my kids, and see that's why I'm so passionate about this conversation, is that kids are suffering. Our children are suffering. And I can't really say anything to my grown kids because they don't listen to me because I have 3-4 engagements. Talking about I'm trying to find my happiness. Had one woman that didn't really care for them. Had another one that didn't really care for them. But then we want to say, oh, well, I'm not happy. But are your kids happy? Men and women. I think men need to figure out and stay a little longer too. But I don't understand when women keep talking about this. I'm not happy. But then these relationships you ain't happy either. So wouldn't it have been better to stay with your kid's father and just, at least they would have been happy. You'd had a man in the home. Y'all could have built something together. You want all this money. You need all this security. But if you had a husband, and not just you, Janice, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking through you.
I'm not taking
these. Now I understand if you leaving a man that's beating you in the head with a hammer.
Right. Oh, Jesus.
But these men are not doing that. These women are leaving men because he don't go on vacation. he don't like to go nowhere. He don't make me feel a certain way. But do he love these kids? Do he take care of you? Do you really know that he got your best interest at heart? But then you go to a nigga that's selling fire sticks.
See,
I'm not gonna do this with y'all at all tonight.
I think everybody's on this different journey in life, and humans are just evolving, and we're just trying to figure things out. Like, and I just think that's the journey we're on at this time, Vince.
But we're
and I'm not gonna say kids are happier. I'm not gonna say kids are happier because my granddaddy he had a whole family around the corner. My uncles and them still in the streets, 60 years old, still being hoes because no matter what, kids pay attention. I'm tired of people saying kids were just happy. Them kids weren't happy. They don't enjoy their parents in the other room arguing. Why do adults think kids don't pay attention?
But but my thing is, Janice, what do they? But at least, because this is my thing, Janice.
Some same behaviors that they saw in their parents, they take into their relationships when they get older. So let's not use the word happy. Let's take the word happy out of it.
Okay.
Because my daughter, sure as hell, yes, she would love me and her dad to be married still, but she sure as hell didn't like that arguing all day. Would she have preferred probably stay together? Yeah. But when she got older, she's gonna take that same shit into her relationship when she get older. I don't want that to happen because that's not okay. So don't just think like because a parent is together, it's gonna make that child be a better parent when they have kids. No, it's probably not.
So let me get this comment. So Shantae said I'm late. Why Quay face look like that? You look confused. You know what, Shantae? Let me respond to this comment. I'm not confused at all, but I'm seeing something as we having this conversation right now. And what I'm seeing right now is none of us have no idea who the heck we are.
We don't.
We have no idea who the heck we are. We have no idea what the heck we supposed to be doing. This is why everything changes day by day. This is why these women ain't never happy. This is why it's never enough. This is why they divorcing like crazy. This is why they can't get married like crazy. This is why this is happening. Because don't nobody know who they are or what they should be doing. Yeah, I'm going to circle back to the video for a minute. That young lady said she figured out where she knew she was a helpmate and she understood the assignment. I wonder how many ladies today understand that that's actually their assignment. No, I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, this conversation has been very revealing. Sometimes you got to sit back and just be quiet and listen. This conversation has been very revealing. Yeah, we are all over the place.
Ooh.
I don't think in 2023 we even know how to be happy.
Ooh.
Yeah, one day we think it's money. The next day we think it's sex. The next day we think it's getting married to somebody we don't even really love and want to be with. The next day we think it's having a baby with some old whack cat that we don't even like that much. Like, we don't even know what it is to be happy at this point. Yeah, we can't figure out if it's content, if it's settling, if it's comfortable. Like, we all over the place. Yeah, but then we wonder why the kids in disarray. Then we wonder why the generational curses continue, because we all over the place and we passing it down. That's why it continues. It's like, man, this stuff is wild. Like, it's wild. And then to bring it all together, don't nobody want to own their piece.
Boom. That's it.
Yep, everybody out here dropping all type of balls and don't want to own their piece. We got ladies out here dropping all type of balls, thinking they top notch. We got dudes out here dropping all type of balls, thinking they bossing. It's like we all over the place, and we think we can cover all of that up because we got some money and a title and got some material, some property or something. Like, that's the problem. It's not no foundational breakdown. It's a people breakdown. Because in order to have a foundational family, a start for a family, you got to have a sane man and woman. Yeah, but ain't nobody sane out here. Yeah, folks got all type of issues, yet they want to rate themselves a 10. Yeah, fellas out here broke as a joke, talking about they leading and providing. It's like everybody out here capping. That's why we can't make this stuff work. That's why we folks ain't capable, or ladies ain't capable of building with men. Like, that's the problem. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we want to look at these dudes. We want these dudes to, like old girl said in the video, we want these dudes to come done. We want them to come ready made. But yet the ladies ain't ready made. Yeah, they still got all type of trauma going on, but yet they want the dude to be ready made when they come along. That ain't how that works. Yeah, so now you want to take your trauma, mix it with his ready made, and then wonder why y'all 80% of the divorces. Yeah, it's like this mess crazy, man. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I appreciate that comment, Shantae. That's why my face looking like that. Because I've been over here just listening. And I'm just like, man, this a whole problem. Yeah, it's a whole problem. Yeah, we can't even get folks to own a piece of this thing. So how we expect to ever fix anything? We can't get folks to own it. I'm looking in the comments. Every time we say something about the ladies, somebody come back and say, what about the men?
Woo! Why
it's
we
like
can't stay on topic?
Nobody ever owns anything. They always want to point it back. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with Janice real quick.
Oh shit.
She talking about the men need to learn the women. Well, shoot, the women might need to learn the men too. Then
both ways. I think it goes both ways.
No, I feel you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, I think our issue is before that. So I don't even think we at the point of men learning women and women learning men. I think we need to learn ourselves first.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So no more marriage.
Yeah, that's first step. Yeah, we got to learn ourselves first, because at the end of the day, I don't think we understand a lot of the stuff we on now. We have been fed. Yeah, a lot of the stuff we on now, we have been fed. Yeah, but I look at a lot of these conversations, and we got young ladies talking about they don't even want to rock with a dude or mess with a dude or entertain him unless he's making 6 figures out the gate.
Or
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
And the reason why I'm mentioning that point is I made a post around this topic yesterday, and I observed something that was very interesting to me. A couple ladies responded on the post, but 2 of the ladies was from a different background. I'm just gonna say that they was from a different background. And I want to read one of this young lady's comments, because it was kind of interesting to me to hear it. She said, "I can honestly say that money has never been a consideration in anyone I've dated or married." She said, "Of course, more money can be helpful, but it was not on my list. Now, how you choose to spend, save, and invest the money to do, or essentially how you choose to spend, save, and invest the money, that's the deal breaker." So she's talking about a dude being irresponsible with money. But she literally said that money was not even on her consideration list when she was looking for a husband. But that's totally opposite of what we see or what we hear from some of the ladies. Yeah, so when I'm looking at this comment from the young lady, and shout out to her for that comment, she knows who she is. When I'm looking at this comment on that post that I made yesterday, comparing it to the conversations that I see and that I hear, like I said, we all over the place. We ain't even looking for the right things out the gate. Yeah, this young lady talking about looking at character, looking at the man and how he moves and what he's made of. Money is the last thing on her list. But for some of our women, it's the first thing on the list. And then we wonder why we're seeing these 80% divorce rates. Maybe it's because we ain't even vetting and looking for the right things out the gate. So, man, I'm going to pause there, man. Y'all done made me run all the... Go ahead, Vince.
I know Janice just said something about marriage. If we don't get this marriage thing right, we will never have the community that we want. We will never have generational wealth. It won't be possible. Because who you gonna pass it down to? Because people talk about money. You got to teach generational knowledge, generational loyalty, generational character. And that's what we're not doing in these single parent households. That's what men are not teaching their sons or their daughters by just having them on the weekend. I did a little math here. I paid $167,000 in child support. And that's on the low end for my first 2 kids. $167,000. But then when they got ready for college, it wasn't no college fund for them. And they had to get a whole bunch of student loans. I'm thinking, wow, if I had been in the home, at least we could have saved half of that. Even a quarter of it. I say saving $50,000. But how many of our children, we keep talking about all this generational wealth. Generational wealth to me is not dependent on the government for nothing. We can't wait till we 67 because we got to get that Social Security. Our kids got to get scholarships to go to college and graduate. Have to. We don't have no money. We don't have no real money. People, I want to build generational wealth. And people don't even have life insurance to bury themselves. That's most of us. So let's just stop the cap, people. We gotta have marriage because everybody else understands that. Everybody understands that marriage is the thing that puts the glue into families, put the glue into community. Is marriage. You save more, you concentrate more. I'm looking at all the money that I spent because not even if you just take the 162,000, I'm not adding all the extra stuff I did, all the extra money. How can I save when I got to pay $1,200 in child support? But we don't think about it that way. Our kids are tied to the government. Our pensions is tied to the government. If the government said right now we can't afford to pay people Social Security, you know who's gonna be affected the most? Black people. It would be horrible because we can't come together when we early have our kids together and build together.
Well, Vincent, why didn't you stay with her then?
Stay with who? Why didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't gonna work.
But I'm just saying,
but
based off what you say, it's kind of a selfishness, right?
What do you mean, so?
Why couldn't you make it with her for the betterment of the kids?
Well, actually, she divorced me. I don't think I would have divorced her.
You want to?
She divorced me. Now thinking back, but this is 40-something years. I was married when I was 22. I got divorced when I was 24.
Do you think she was justified in divorcing you, though?
I think we didn't have the tools to make marriage work. But I can say we didn't try. She said she didn't want to go ain't nobody gonna tell me how to feel.
Therapy.
Her mama didn't want her to divorce me. She wouldn't. I'm not going to church. I feel like, and I wasn't the greatest person. I'm some people might say I'm a little arrogant, a little confident, or whatever you want to call it.
No,
but
never.
We were not evenly yoked from the beginning. And that was part of it too. We need to pick better. So, but I said, I don't care what's gonna happen. I ain't divorcing this wife. I'm gonna try my hardest to make it work because I understand that that's best for my children.
But you learn.
Yes.
You ain't getting off the hook, Janice.
What do you mean? I'm agreeing. Hold up, I don't agree with Chloe. I don't agree with Vince. I'm pretty balanced today. Okay.
You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Man, let me
I drank the whole bottle. Okay.
I was gonna say it's probably that wine. Why you so agreeable?
Oh man. Let me let me flip this topic real quick.
I want to go to Shantae. She said I can pass down without being married.
You know what?
Shantae said I don't need no man. She said I get my own assets.
The only problem is that we're not just passing down material wealth. That's not the goal. We're also passing down values, and we're passing down life experience, and we're passing down a model and an example for our children to follow. So we're not just passing down money, right? We're not just throwing money at our kids. We're not just throwing money at the next generation. We need to make sure the next generation has the tools. And another thing, I actually saw this in a movie, and I don't know, you can get it or not get it, but you can be with it or not. But it was kind of like a play on the prodigal son. And the man had gave his younger son, his inheritance, right? So that he can go and work for this particular company, and you had to buy into this company. And it went bad, of course, and he got into some trouble, and his dad had to come back and help him get out of trouble. And he said, you thought that your inheritance was the money, but your inheritance is the blood that's running through your veins. It's your DNA. That's your inheritance. And you can't just take that and run, because you're a part of me. And I think that we have to understand that when we talk about generational wealth, we got to stop looking at it simply as just a financial thing or a monetary value. There's so much more that we need to pass down to our children than just material wealth. I'm not saying you can't pass the material wealth. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just simply saying that the reason why we need families, the reason why keeping our households together and fighting to work through marriages, fixing our marriages, because it's a lot. If I will say this, there has to be some type of element within your marriage that makes you want to stay. If that's not there, it's not there. But if there is anything left between the two of you that you can work on, work through, get help, whatever that may be, then it's really up to us to do that work. Because that's the real generational wealth that we pass on to our kids. And honestly, it doesn't need to be perfect, guys. Kids don't need perfection. Nobody walking this earth is perfect. So they might hear an argument or two every once in a while. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're talking about. Like, I don't know what we're talking about. Like, people are going to get frustrated. People might get upset. I'm not saying y'all should be fighting and running all around. I mean, I don't know what y'all, like, what be going on. Like, I guess it'd be some depraved level of dysfunction going on. I really don't know. But I'm saying that they might witness an argument between the two of you guys. And when I say argument, I mean a disagreement. Like, they might see that. But I think we also need to teach our children conflict resolution. Trying to bury things and make it seem like we're happy when we're not, or trying to bury things and not letting them know, hey, sometimes couples are going to disagree. And sometimes they may not handle it the best way. This is how it happened. That's not how it should have happened. This is actually how it should have gone. This is the right way to do this. This is the positive way to do this. This is actually how you resolve conflict. We can teach our children through our mistakes. They can learn from our mistakes. I think that's a lot more productive than us saying, oh, well, this ain't working. Wipe our hands of it. Let's go. That's just my personal.
Let me touch this.
Shante, we need to go to a happy hour because you is.
Let me touch this comment real fast, and I gotta get this other topic real quick before we get out of here. Shante, let me put this up here for you, Shante.
Stop the cap.
Shante is a handful.
Shante, now we already know that it is a proven fact that men manage money and budgets better than women.
Better than me.
How you gonna sit up here talking about some of these men wouldn't have nothing to pass down if their wife didn't manage the money? You know what? I'm not.
That is not the case at all. I don't know.
I'm not about to do it.
But
tell me where you at, girl. I gotta meet up.
She down in the A. I'm gonna tell you that much, Johnny. She in the A.
I ain't going to Atlanta.
She in the A down there. Let's see. Since when, Shante?
That is not the case.
Okay, ladies in the comments. Can
That's
y'all?
topic.
Can y'all validate that men are better when it comes to this cash than the ladies? Like, can y'all at least validate that, ladies?
I think the men, so listen, in my personal perspective, men are great at thank you. Somebody that get it. Thank you, Ken. I don't know where we get this. People don't argue with this.
Arguing is not. My parents only argued once in my whole lifetime. I don't think that's a true statement. It depends on your parents. The argument. My parents. To be honest, my whole life, one time they argued in front of us. One time.
So then they were good. They were good at managing that. That doesn't mean they weren't arguing. I'll go back to what I was saying. So, I think my thing is like what. I'm sorry, I lost where I was going with this. That got interrupted. So, Youngzimers. I don't even know where I was going. Y'all go ahead.
You gotta leave Shantae alone because Shantae is typing.
I gotta flip topics anyway.
Vince, I need you to go get Shantae.
Got lost.
Let me squeeze this last topic in. I said, then we're gonna get up out of here. So Vince, I know you sent me some videos, Vince. The second one I'm gonna have to touch, man. So let me throw this up real quick. We're gonna touch this real quick.
Thanks, Kenyatta. You brought me back to what you had. Yeah, thanks. You had asked the question.
Hit me up, Shantae.
You had asked the question, and
no, Shantae, don't hit her up, Shantae. Don't.
Most men are good with money.
There's too much going on. All right, let me flip this topic real quick. And then we're gonna get on up out of here. So Vince, this was something you sent me, man. So I tried to carve this out. And let me see what we can get out of this.
I want to hear your thoughts. What you got to say? Man, I want to hear your thoughts. What you got to say, man?
I think you should cut your hair, big dog.
Why you think I should cut my hair, Anton? My wife love it. I love it.
So you do things because your wife say it, or do you do things because it's what's best for you?
I do things because it's best for me.
Where you from? Where you at? Where you at in the United States?
I'm in California, Los Angeles.
I think you should cut your hair, bro.
Why do you think I should cut my hair?
Because you a grown man.
What that mean?
That means you gotta be presentable. You gotta be on top of things. You never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Hey. If people can't accept me for who I am, I don't give a fuck about them. Straight up, because I'm going to do me, regardless.
That's it? I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I'm telling you.
You know why I don't believe that?
Why you don't believe it?
Because you got a job.
What that mean?
That means you do what your boss tell you to do.
I don't have a boss. I'm a contract worker.
You still got a boss?
I mean, still, but I'm not, or say if my boss came and be like, Marvin, you got to cut your hair off today, man, or we ain't going, you feel me? You can't, fuck it.
You just crashing out? That's the end of it?
I'm not crashing. That ain't crashing out.
It is, because you fumble in the bag. That's crashing out is fumble in the bag, big dog.
Man, I ain't cutting his hair.
Is it that meaningful to you?
I mean, it's not that serious, but it's like, Why?
What if cutting your hair is the difference between making an extra $150,000 a year and what you're making right now? Would you cut it then? What if cutting your hair was the difference between making an additional $150,000 a year and what you're making right now? Would you cut it then?
I'm gonna do it.
Then you would cut it?
I'll cut it.
Then that means that you for sale. Because remember, you said at first you didn't give a fuck. You ain't cutting your hair for nothing. Now you're telling me that you would do it if the bag came along with it.
Okay, yeah. If that bag came along with it, I could do it.
But what if the bag comes with it? You just can't see the bag yet because
all suits are 40.
Can I say that man has some beautiful teeth? He has some beautiful teeth. That young boy has some beautiful teeth. I love some good teeth now.
There it is.
So I wasn't looking at his teeth.
His teeth were beautiful. Oh my God, he had beautiful teeth.
So Vince, I know you sent that over to me, man. So what was you thinking with that one, man?
I was just thinking how that our young, especially our young men, and I bet you he don't have a father. I bet you he don't have a father. I bet you I put 10,000 on it that he didn't grow up with his father in the house.
Yeah.
And it shows that, you know, you have to be presentable if you know, because everybody think they can be Lil Wayne or Jay-Z or somebody. You don't see executives at the bank walking around with their hair like that. You don't see businessmen with their hair like that. You just don't.
Right.
So that was just my point. I didn't know you was gonna put up that one, but yeah.
Oh yeah. No. So when I said, I know you sent it over, man. So I looked at it. And yeah, I did feel like there was a lesson in the video, right? You know, at the end of the day, let's say young fella, I was definitely hearing a lot of ego out of the young fella. Because you know, he ain't cutting his hair for nobody. But then as soon as he was presented the scenario with 150,000, and all of a sudden he's ready to cut it. Yeah, but that's where my problem comes in. If you're gonna stand on something, stand on it. You shouldn't be able to easily be that easily bought. Yeah, but that was my issue with what the young fella said. I too agree, and shout out to Anton Daniels for that video. Let me give him his credit. Shout out to Anton Daniels. But I too feel like as a man, you do have to present yourself properly and set an example. Yeah, the young fella, he used the example of Jay-Z. But I'm like, Jay-Z didn't start out with his hair like that. Yeah, Jay-Z used to have a little low cut, little Caesar, whatever you want to call it, a little taper. That's what Jay-Z used to look like. His hair wasn't all over his head. So he only doing that now because basically he ain't got no boss.
So Price, what is the low Caesar I'm drinking. What's the word? Chloe, help.
Significance?
No, signify.
What?
Man, is that red or white? That must be white.
White. Come on, Vince, help me. What is
significant? The significance?
Signify?
What is so to you as a black man, what is a low cut? I don't know what y'all call it, Caesars, fades. What is that signify? I keep saying
Signify.
Signify.
Nigga.
I think she's saying.
Oh, signify.
See, now they about to start messing with you. See, now they about to start messing with you.
I'm sorry. What is it? Signify for a black man?
I think you're looking for signify. I think that's what you're looking for. So for me, it signifies a brand. Yeah, that's what it signifies. Everybody has a brand, if they believe it or not. Yep, everybody has a brand. And this young fella, even him, has a brand, especially as a father. Yeah, he said he has a kid and he's married. So see, your brand then has to be based essentially around your family. Yeah, see, that's one thing I'll point out real quick since we done went down that road. That's one difference, I'm going to be honest, that I think that exists between men and women. Yet when men get married, they understand that their brand becomes their family. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, I think some folks, they struggle with that. Yeah, they struggle with the fact that their brand now becomes their family or gets integrated into their family. Yeah, so the way that you carry yourself, the way that you brand yourself, that's important as a man today. Yeah, that's very important. Because at the end of the day, we already know we're presented with a lot of obstacles anyway, just because of skin color in this environment that we live in. So your brand has to be on point. There's just no exceptions to that. Go ahead. You want to say something, Johnny's?
I have a question. Okay, because we're talking about haircuts and we're going to switch the subject. Because I was watching the Tupac show, right? Tupac documentary, and then you watch the old stuff and how his mama, she was a pimp, right? She had all the dudes. She had a natural afro, right? Woo. black men back in the day, that was beautiful. A woman's natural black hair was beautiful, right? So my question is, him in his natural state, why is that not enough anymore? Just like the black woman, why is our natural state not enough? Because our hair ain't just braided. Chloe's hair is blown out. Like, I'm just saying, I think sometimes black people get caught up in too much looking like white people, to be honest.
Well, but you see how he said in the clip, though? That's acceptable.
Exactly.
But see, that's because that's what he said in the clip is exactly why. Because we feel a certain pressure for us to look acceptable. And unfortunately, acceptable means a European standard. Exactly. That's what it means. That's what it means. And here's the thing. If we were left to our own devices, if we were never conditioned to believe that a European standard is the right way, we all would be walking around looking like that young man. We all would have dreads or some type of braids or some type of afro or something of that nature, right? Majority of us would have something like, I'm not saying you still wouldn't have that, wouldn't haircut never would have became a thing. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is a lot more of us will be wearing hairstyles like that because nobody would have ever told us there was anything wrong with it. So we just would have been fine with it because who was there to tell us there was anything wrong with it? But no, we were conditioned to believe that because I'm trying to find a politically correct term. Because the ones who oppressed us, because they needed to feel comfortable, because they needed us to conform for their comfortability, then we had to erase the last remaining piece of our identity. And that was our hair. So now we got you talking like us. Our language was completely different before we came over here. We got you talking like us. You know, we need you to act like us. And now we just need you to do something about that hair. And then maybe we can feel a little bit more comfortable about you being alongside us. And that was the last piece. And so I do understand that, somebody wanted to wear dreads. Like literally, like it looks like he is just starting to grow his dreads out. So, when you first just start growing dreads, they can look a little crazy in the beginning because you just starting the process. They can look a little crazy and it looked like he was just starting, right? So I get it. I think it's unfortunate. I agree with Anton. I know why he's saying what he's saying. I get it. But I do wish that was different for us. I wish we didn't have to worry about that so much. I wish we could just wear our hair the way we wanted to wear our hair. If you want to do it, if you want to straighten it, straighten it. If you don't. I feel like it should be a choice.
And I need black men to be okay with that. Be okay with a short, tight afro. Be okay with that.
But I think the thing about this whole conversation is that there's standards across the board. There's standards for nurses with tattoos. There's standards for white men with long hair.
Who are they made by? They're made by white people.
Let me finish. Can I finish?
They're made by white people.
Can I finish? No. I think the problem that we have in our society is that we don't want authority. And I think that's, especially with black men, is that there's no authority. Like I went to parochial school. My mother wanted me to have a parochial school education. I've had a beard since I was about 14 years old. I could not wear a beard. I had to cut my beard to go to that school. Now, did I have an option to go somewhere else? Yeah. You have an option to work somewhere else. But that school, given that education, that was their requirement. And if I want to change it, then I need to open up my own school so I can do what I want to do. But see, we want to do what we want to do in somebody else's job because we have no authority. We want to wear hats in church. Can't nobody say, young man, take off your hat. Young man, pull your pants up. Well, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And where is it getting us? That man can probably make $30,000, $40,000 more. And who cares about his hair? It's about his family. I don't care about my hair. Somebody said cut my beard tomorrow. I'm going to cut my beard if I'm going to go work for them. I own a business. Wait a minute. I own a business. Some things I just not going to accept because that's my brand.
Yeah.
That's my business.
Did you cut
and
your
if you
beard?
don't want to do it, then you can go work somewhere else. Now, I'm not going to discriminate you because of your sex or nothing like that. But yeah, I have a brand. You can't come in here with no leggings on. You can't come in here with the raptor claw nails. You can't come in here with your party gear on. You got to come in here with some scrubs on.
Did your mama make you? Did your mother make you cut the beard to go to that
Yes, she wanted me to go to Benedictine, and I cut my beard. She said, "No, you're not going to Redford. I want you to go to Benedictine so you can have a better education."
Well,
I had to cut my beard.
But I think that's a whole other topic of Black women and black men conforming to European ideas and what we're supposed to look like. Because the black man is
different. I don't care about none of that. I care about the
black
results.
man in general.
That's all I only care about the results.
A black
I don't
man
care about
no.
how you want to wear your hair, how you want to do that. My thing is the results. And if it cut my hair, go get me the results I want. I'm gonna cut my hair and go and get this check, so then I can open up my own business, so I can have people come in the way they want to. Why don't we do that instead of telling other people what they need to do with their business?
At this age,
why don't we get our own? Why don't we stay married, build this wealth, and get our own businesses?
But at this age, you will do events. You do it now. At this age, you will do it now. But you cut that shit when your mama told you.
I would do it now because I'm about my money. So I don't care about none of that other stuff. I'm about my bread. I had kids at 22. I wasn't talking about keeping it real and I'm a.
All right, let me.
And I worked at the bank. I worked at Michigan National Bank at 22 years old. I had to come in there with my hair a certain way, with my clothes a certain way, with a tie on. So no, I couldn't go into Michigan National with no hoodie on. I had to do what they told me to do, so I can get this check.
Let me do this real quick, Les. I gotta call Cap.
Stop the cap.
I gotta call Cap for the ladies right now. Y'all capping.
Ladies?
Yeah, y'all capping right now. So y'all over here talking about.
You never called a cap on Vince. Never.
No, I ain't gonna call Cap on Vince yet. I'm about to get on y'all right now. I'm gonna call Cap on these ladies talking about this old natural hair and all this. So let me go pull this comment. Let me go find this comment. Hold on.
Handle your man, Chloe.
Let me find this comment.
You always
Yeah, that's that white. That's gotta be that white. That red don't do that. That red don't do that. See what I'm saying? Let me get this comment so I can call this Cap on y'all real quick. So can y'all just say weaves, wigs, and big lashes ain't it neither? Thank you.
But black men, they always, I want Beyonce, I want Rihanna.
Hold on. That's Cap. There's some fellas down in the comments right now. Fellas, how many fellas in here have asked a lady or a lady to go weave up?
With natural, when the water hit our hair?
How many men in this chat, in this show right now have went and asked a woman to go weave up?
I ain't seen none of y'all wives that's Vince and you just walk around with the water hit that hair. I ain't seen
Hold on, Janice. Hold on. I gotta ask these fellas. Okay, Donovan said never.
Me?
Never.
All right. Appreciate it, Donovan. Because I ain't never heard no dude ask no woman to go weave up.
Yeah, but I want to see the women in their natural state.
Do y'all want to be in your natural state?
If y'all will accept it. To be
let
me tell you something. When you no offense to black men, but when you with an Asian, I was with an Asian. My ex-husband was Asian and a white man. You can walk around with a tight ass, nappy ass afro, and guess what? They still they find it beautiful. Black men be like, you're not gonna do nothing with that. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna comb that out a little bit.
I'm done. I'm done.
That's a whole nother topic of y'all black men wanting a woman to look.
That is a whole nother topic, though. I will say this. I saw a gentleman. He has a podcast as well. That's pretty popular.
Wait, she said this is the straightest I've ever seen.
And Right, because I don't wear my hair. But there you go. I usually wear my hair in coils, or I wear braids. I will wear braids. I love braids, but I'll wear my hair coil. Like I rock natural hair. This is natural. All it is straightened. Like I don't have a perm, relaxer.
Press
I'm
ain't natural. Anything that takes your hair
Yeah.
out of its natural state is not natural. A press is not natural.
So that's okay. So 1 second. I'm not. So first of all, I'm not going to argue with you. My hair is pressed. By natural, I mean it's not processed. So you can use whatever definition you want to use. I don't care. I don't follow nobody else's rules or standards. I am a natural hair girl. My hair is straightened right now. But there are no chemicals, there's no processing on my hair. It is straightened with a hot comb. So y'all can do whatever y'all want to do with that. I'm a natural girl. Boom. Straight like that. But moving on. That's a fact. I mean, I've worn my hair. Although Shantae, you must not watch the show. I'm gonna call you out. You must not watch the show enough because I've been straightening my hair like since the beginning of the year. So you gotta watch the show more, sis. But yeah, I wear my hair natural. So yeah, coils. I've rocked the afro. I've done the get out the shower and don't do a thing to my hair and it look like straight up fro. I've done that before. But at the same time, I also know that when it's time for me to go interview for a job, you don't think I was up in the $50 wig shop getting a quick weave real fast for the interview? I've done that. You don't think I went, and straightened my hair that one time? You don't think I've done that? Absolutely have. So, I mean, I understand the circumstances that I'm in as well. Shantae, baby, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm 40 plus years old. I know what to do.
Chloe, we going to Atlanta and hang out with Shantae, don't you?
I know what to do, sis. See, that's y'all. That's y'all scared of heat, scared of water, scared of humidity. I don't do that, sis. It's called.
I'm not scared.
It's called pin curl.
You date a man that's okay.
It's called wash it again and do it again, sis. It's like what this what when you start taking care of your own hair. Let's talk about it for a minute. You just exposed the issue. When you start taking care of your own hair, when you learn how to take care of your own hair and grow your own hair, you don't care about doing it, baby. You don't care about having to repress it. You don't care about having to rewash it. You don't care about having to recurl it. It's okay because it's the hair that grow out of your head and you like taking care of it because it's your self-care. So you ain't worried about it, boo-boo. What's wrong with y'all being scared of water? What's wrong with y'all?
Can we make this another topic? Black men not accepting black women in their natural state.
Oh, come on. What?
Oh, yeah. Because even when I look at these African men, they be dating women that...
We gonna shut that down. Stop. Black women, stop running away from water. It's okay, sis. I promise.
Shantae, it's okay. Me too, girl.
You know what? I'm not even about to. I'm not going for this. Ain't no, like I said, ain't no brother telling y'all to do none of this stuff. So y'all talking about the brother ain't accepting this. Y'all got to cut that out.
Nah,
that's
brothers,
cap.
not you per se, but y'all be going at them European standards of what a woman looks like. Let's not be twisted. Black men are caught up in that.
All right, Vince, you got anything you want to add, man? I'm done for the night, man. I'm done for the night.
I think more so
y'all are crazy.
It's amazing how women say they doing stuff for men, but men saying all the time, we don't want it. We don't want them big, snuffleupagus eyelashes. We don't want them gigantic fake booties.
It would be a man with dreads with a white woman. Ooh, Shantae!
Yeah, Yvette. You know you coming in late, Yvette. It's been going down over here. We on topic number 2.
Listen, low key. Okay, so let's talk about it. So
we ain't gonna never get off of here. It's almost 10:30.
So let's just talk about it, right? Like this is a thing. Okay, men have gotten used to seeing. Let's just be honest. We'll be honest because me and y'all gotta own this. Y'all have gotten used to women wearing these straightened, processed hairstyles. This does not mean that I'm not saying you won't accept a woman in her natural state. That is not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying, just like women have gotten used to wearing our hair this way, you guys have gotten used to seeing us this way. So it does take an adjustment. It takes adjustment as a woman. When I switched to natural, it took an adjustment for me. Are you kidding? Like, I was used to processing my hair and straightening my hair all the time, and I was used to that. That's all I knew. I've been getting my hair professionally done, y'all, since I was 5.
Me too.
So like, I get it. Like, trust me. But it's a mind state shift. It has to stop. It has to like stop.
Yeah, I want to go back to Tupac's mama, how she was
mind.
beautiful just in her natural, tight knit Afro self, and she was getting the baddest man. Nowadays, y'all may be one white looking black woman. I ain't got time for that.
You know what we want is the attitude.
No,
and the cooperativeness. If
y'all want white looking black women. I'm gonna put my lace. Hey, the next episode, I'm gonna have my lace front on for you.
You know what, Johnny? I'm done with you for tonight.
And y'all might want white earning black men. How's that?
Oh.
I mean,
right?
You're right. Look, I agree.
Man, we gotta get up out of here, man. Let me take some clothes.
She can't drink that. She told me I can't drink next episode.
This is like Candid after hours.
No, this one done got hot. Let's see. Donovan said that most of these ladies would be content in the natural 6 figures wouldn't be necessary. Oh,
what's that mean?
Because y'all cost too much. Y'all high maintenance.
Oh.
Y'all cost too much. It costs too much. It costs too much. Eyelash extensions $500 a month. Weaves $500 a month.
Where they do that at?
This is real. These are real prices I'm giving you.
Jesus.
Nails are what? $200.
Nails are expensive.
They are. Nails, so manicure, pedicure, that's about $200 a month. Where we at, Vince? $1,200?
Hey, that's a lot.
Vince, how much you spend a month? How much you spend a month?
I don't know. I don't get into that. She do what she want to do.
Vince say I ain't about to play with you like that.
I got bigger fish to fry. She just do what she want to do.
Man, we gonna get the heck up out of here. See, we done went from talking about the young fella, we done got all off into stuff. See what I'm saying? And we got to get out of here. Let me take some closing statements. I'm gonna flip it up tonight since we always lady first, and I'm gonna go to Vince first. Then we're gonna go to Janice, then to Chloe. Man, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here, Vince?
Something nice, Vince. Something nice.
Well, to get all the way back to the topic, I just think that we just have to understand. Some of us don't know how to.
You talking about you buying Bentleys or something,
You
man?
just bought a Bentley, Vince? You just bought a Bentley?
Who bought a Bentley?
They said you just bought a Bentley. Hold on,
I didn't buy. I can't afford no Bentley. What's Bentley?
I'm saying it's on the road.
I bought my wife a BMW. Now she might want a Bentley, but nah.
So just to answer your question now, Yvette. So we on here 8:30.
Hey, Quay, she had to settle and be content with the BMW.
Nah, I hear that. I mean,
anyway, it's late. I'll pass. Y'all go ahead.
All right, let's just answer a question, Yvette. We on here at 8:30 Eastern Standard every Wednesday night. 8:30 Eastern Standard every Wednesday night. All right, let me go to Janice, then we'll go to Chloe. You want to say something, Janice, before we get out of here?
My wine kicked in. I forgot the topic of subject, but happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day. That's right.
Oh man, no, that topic earlier was are you capable of building with a man?
But I'm just gonna leave it at Happy Mother's Day.
There it is. Chloe, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
Really quick, yes, we are women. We are capable of building with men. We really do just have to. First of all, I think we have to understand what is actually required to be able to build with a man. The mindset that we should have. remembering that we are supposed to be a man's helpmeet. We are supposed to be his support. Does that mean that we are supposed to coddle that man? Absolutely not. It just means that we support him. We pour into him. And as for the haircut issue, guys, I think, at the end of the day, a person should be able to walk around looking the way they look naturally. And if that's something that's important to you, then put yourself in a position where you don't have to compromise what you believe in order to be able to have that. Otherwise, we live in this country, and let's just be honest, in this country, we really don't make the rules.
Facts. Well, man, like I said, once again, I appreciate everybody coming on tonight. Appreciate everybody down in the comments. Shout out to Ray Cribbs in the building. Shout out to Kenyatta. Shout out to Yvette or Eva Wright in the building. Shout out to Shantae. Shout out to my guy Donovan, my guy Rodney checking in, my guy Keenan a little earlier. I think that was all the comments, I believe. Shout out to my panel. We got Janice on the panel. We got Vince on the panel, Chloe on the panel. Appreciate you always rocking the platform. Support when we do. Definitely everybody who's watched the show or will watch the show, hit that share button, hit that like button as well. Let's help us out with the algorithm. I'll just say this real quick and then we'll get out of here. Going back to the original topic, let me put that back up so it's in the feed. Go back to the original topic. Are you capable of building with a man? My question just is to the ladies. Ladies, do you understand the assignment? Yep. Do you know that you are supposed to carry the title of helpmeet, helpmate? Do you understand that you're supposed to support these men as you guys build together and move forward? Honestly, do you understand that? Yeah, the young lady in the video said that she understood that. And that is why she held on to that man and grew with that man and built with that man and helped get that man to where he needed to be, thus taking the family to the next level. That's what we got to get back to. Understand our positions and our roles and play them accordingly. So, man, shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. This is Kandid Konvos. We do the show every Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern Standard, every Wednesday night. Like I said, we are hot and live on YouTube. We are hot and live on Facebook. So definitely like, share, and subscribe. I got some feedback coming through. But, man, like I said, everybody have a awesome week. We will definitely catch you guys next week on Wednesday. And with that being said, everybody enjoy your night, and we'll catch you on the next one.